Hello everybody and welcome back to the AQWFresh series. Now, for those who are kind of interested in what this series is, basically I play the game as a free player. I kind of grasp on what's like playing as a free player or a new player in 2025. Now, I have made some progress in 2022 in the series. You will see in the playlist I have in the description below where I started then. I had a break because I had like work and I continued this year because I kind of want to know what it's like playing as a new member, like a free player that's joining the game for the first time and kind of grasping on what's changed over the years because I've been playing this game since 2008, so I want to know what's changed. And I think it was last year they made a massive change to the Chaos Lord saga, and all of the other sagas, making it a lot easier to level up and farm in those maps for the reduction of health and the farming reductions overall. And also due to the server rewrite in 2019 where the faster respawns. So I want to know what's like farming. I know somewhat has been a lot better because I know with all the dailies that just makes farming a little bit more tolerable. Now, when it comes to actually understanding what exactly has changed, I kind of need to have set rules when it comes to being a new player. So when it comes to the rules, I kind of have to play in a public space. So if I want to do a boss, I have to do a pub. And I cannot do it with my friends because if I do it with the friends, that kind of is ruining the that I set for myself. That if I play with the friends, then it kind of like makes it difficult to grasp as a new player, basically. Now, you'll notice that I'm leveling up my classes. Now, when it comes to the classes, there are some quests that do require me to have level rank 10. So I kind of had to rank up some of my classes. You'll notice early on I did the forge helmets. I needed to rank up my rogue, warrior, my healer and mage to unlock the helmets because those need rank 10. So last week Monday I had to get my boost up because there was the class boost was up. So I just make use of this server boost and the class boost because I had to buy some with the Doom trade-off, or was it the daily boost that I used? I think it was the daily boost I used. Now, when it comes to understanding the classes, I have majority of the classes so far. There's some few don't have that require like rep, which is going to be next video. So when it comes to the classes, I'm going to keep some of the meta classes in my inventory because I do not have a lot of space now, and I'm also going to be banking some of the classes that I deem not really good. Although some classes are kind of good in the sense of bosses, but not necessarily adequate to actually be using as meta because some classes are just overly more powerful than others. Now, when it comes to my role, when it comes to bosses and actually the game, so I try to play as a support because I do not have a lot of DPS classes. Now I do have Void High Lord and Chaos Avenger. I do not feel that it's appropriate for me to be DPS because I do not have Ravenous yet. Now I have tackled the Forge enhancements, and I'm not going to be doing Elysium, Dauntless, Arcana's Concerto, and Ravenous because those four enhancements are crazy hard to get if I start now. I don't have farming pets, So me farming for those is going to be kind of, how can I say, it's going to take me a week or two just to be farming for one thing. So if I try to actually farm periodically and make use of the dailies as much as possible, then I can utilize it as much as I can. Now, when it comes to those farms, I have been doing it over as soon as I came back to the series. So I kind of had to like start with the dailies because when I came back, I needed to unlock the Temple Shrine. I had to unlock the Legion dailies. Nolga dailies was around then already, so I was doing it, and for Aura, yes. The friendship wasn't around then, so I had to kind of wait for that. Now, when it comes to the dailies, I have finished Temple Shrine to get the 51 weapon. So I'm not going to be doing Temple Shrine anymore because those dailies in the pubs are horrendous. There's some instances where people are just standing around and actually doing nothing. So I kind of like said, okay, maybe just do 21 days and periodically do it for extra gold. Now, also ran out of taunts because, yeah, it's a lot of fun when you play in sport. Now, taunting is a little bit more interesting because it kind of makes it more reliable, although it's not really beginner phase, but anyone can just really use taunt on yellow text saying like, I can say, tent on beyond, or taunt on bleach for Cypher. So yeah. Now you'll notice I am doing praxis. This one took me maybe like half an hour to an hour to do. It was really easy to get. I have the rep already, and farming with Legion Remnant was relatively easy. After getting Legion Revenant, my farms had increased by maybe 30%. I have been using Dragon of Time, although Dragon Time is a little bit of hard hitter. It just was a lot of button spamming. My fingers got a lot tighter, so I kind of had to use Legion Remnant because that, even though you press more same amount of buttons, it's not as more how can I say, piano hands, where you kind of have to press buttons a lot quicker. Now you notice I completed it. It wasn't really hard. It was like really a 32-hour farm. I've been using the wiki, and pretty much anyone can use the wiki when you're doing these type of farms, so it's not really like, oh, I've been playing this game for a long time, so you should know where it is and how easy it is to farm. No, anyone can use the wiki, just figure out where the things are. I also got Dragon Slayer General. That took me, again, the 30 minutes. It wasn't that hard. I don't know why I did not get it when I started the series. I heard it is very, very, very beginner friendly, so I highly recommend getting it if you are starting off the series, starting off as a new player, because that's really easy to get and there's no real requirement. Dragon Town is quite there's no level requirement, so anyone can join. Only thing you need to do is just farm for a very long time, because those mobs are quite tanky if you're a starter player, but it does take time because you need to kill 12 times 75, which is like a crazy amount if you're just starting as a new player. Now you'll notice I started with some Archfiend farming. Now I want to get the Archfiend class. I realized that I ran out of totems, so I had to farm for totems. I do not want to farm for the totems through the daily. It kind of feels like a scam, so I kind of focused on just farming for the normal method with Durgeon, because if you farm with Durgeon, it's, how can I say, a lot easier, and you don't need a pet to actually farm the Durgeon. Anything with Duragen is that pet is a scam for 5k ACs. No way I'm gonna buy that. Now, I started with Avarice for the Forge Cape. This one took me like, I think, the most of last week. It was crazy long. I needed actually 50 indulges and penance for the cape, but then I was like, maybe I should also farm for the head of the Legion Beast. And I was like, how much extra is that? Oh, it's another 60. I was like, you know what, let me just do it. I had some spare time. Last week I had a free day, so I was like, you know what, let me just do it quickly. I got nothing else happening right now, so might as well just do it. Then the 7 Circles one was horrible because it was a lot of back and forth. I couldn't just sit and just farm one room, sorry. Then I went to 7 Circles Wall. Another one was kind of horrible because I couldn't like just spam kill. I kind of like spam kill, then turning, kill, turning, kill, turning, kill, turning, kill, turning, which was like really not really fun compared to the other one where you're able to like, okay, kill 3 times, then you go to another room, kill 3 times, then another room, kill 3 times, then you kill a bunch. Right. Now notice with the Tetri, I kind of went over because the max stack is 50 and I went like 10 over, which was, I did not realize that when I was farming. I was like, wait, why am I getting anything extra? And also with Indulgence, the max stack was 100, so I had to farm back in 7 Circles again because I needed a 10 extra for the Helm of the Legion Beast. Now, so I pre-farmed for the Helm of the Legion Beast. All I need now is the Legion tokens. So then I started Penitence. This one wasn't that hard. Maybe it took me 30 minutes. The longest was the Void Scale from the Archfiend Dragon Lord, which was a little bit annoying to get. I did get the 1 pole arm from Icewing, which I got early on in the series. It was like 2 weeks ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago. Then I had to do Binky. Luckily, I got this on the first drive. I think it was a 50% drop rate, which was, okay, not that hard, but I was lucky again. I did want to farm this boss because this boss is actually kind of horrible to farm if you're solo. No one was doing this boss. Then I did the impossible. I did Speaker. I did try in a pub. I noticed when I was doing the pub, I was getting extra truth. So we had to change rooms, and when you changed rooms, I went to the different server to get out of the bugged room. Although the bugged room can be a little bit more fun to do, I did went Void High Lord because the people asked me to go Void High Lord, so I was like, okay, let me try it, let's see how it goes. But yeah, then I went to a private room, and with the pub I think I spent like Speaker almost 2 hours with this. It was really bad because I really wanted to try with the pub, but I couldn't work out the sheet, because I do have a sheet where the truth and the listens are going to happen, but the extra truth kind of ruined the whole flow of the boss for me. So I got Malga Insignia for the first time. You notice I got the cutscene to show you that I never done it before. Then a few days later, I got the Abyssal contract because I ran out of dark crystals. So I went back to doing the original daily to get dark crystals. It was like just 2 days. So yes, I'm very low on Dolgath mats, so that's gonna be fun. Then I went back to Forge to do Laminate because I want to get the extra crit chance with Legion Remnant. If you have the Laminate with Legion Remnant when you're farming, you have a higher crit chance, and it's quite fluid if you use Puna. I'm so butchering that. It's very fluent because the extra intelligence makes this class go a little bit more crazier than I expected to be. Then I found for the Lightless Heart, I was wanted to do the dragon route, but then realized I'm not going to farm 900,000 health. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let me just do the normal route. So then I had to get the Sun Heart. I have completed this map, but it needed an item that was part of the quest that was consumed at the last quest of this map. So I had to redo all of the quests again, which was annoying. It took me like maybe 10 to 20 minutes to complete. It wasn't that long. Out of all the farms I did for this week, I think the longest was the 7 circles and 7 circles farming. And obviously the classes. The classes took some time because I didn't have the appropriate forge enhancements to help me farm. So in between I stopped, then I continued farming after I did the forge helmets. Then it was kind of helping with the farming. So for next week, I'm probably going to be doing reputation and start with some other farms as well and some stories. I haven't done some other stories, but it's more so of the Inferno Arena. Yes, that map. And have a nice day.